at Retail Archaeology would like to ask, what are your thoughts on Classic Game Room and Ben Heck leaving YouTube? And that's really more for you to answer.
Okay, well, I'll address Ben Heck first. I'll address Ben Heck, that son of a... No, I
Listen, Ben.
Ben Heck leaving YouTube is not a shock to me.
No, it makes sense to me.
He brought it up on the Not So Coming podcast when I interviewed him. Like, wow, that was like 9 months ago already. He mentioned that, yeah, this eventually is going to end. As I get a call from San Francisco, maybe it's Venom from the movie. Because he's there in the Lethal Protect. Anyway, so Ben Heck almost seems like, at this point, the YouTube show, to me, I don't want to speak for him. It's such a grind doing any sort of YouTube show. But to do it with the regularity that he's been doing it for years, like 5 years now? Has it been 5 or a little bit more? I can see him wanting to maybe try other things.
Yeah.
Maybe he's working on projects that he doesn't necessarily want to work on, but maybe he knows that the audience are going to like. I think like the two cases in mind. I think, again, I don't think he was dragged to do the Dragster Atari video.
Right.
That was his choice, but maybe that wasn't a first choice. Maybe he realized this gets the hits. I'm not speaking for him, but I think when you get to that point where there really stops to be an intersection between what do I enjoy and the content I produce, you start to take a step back.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't think Ben makes a fucking living doing YouTube videos. I don't think he makes a full living doing it. So
He should.
In that aspect, maybe it does make sense to take a step back and maybe work on other stuff I want to do that's a grind and it's a weekly thing. The Element 14, they produce those videos.
Mm-hmm.
He does. So they have a financial stake as well, probably in some aspect. So maybe Ben's like, all right, well, maybe the community's doing the videos. Maybe it's not my show as much anymore. I don't know. I'm just running these. I'm just spitballing here. But either way, you do something for a long time, and maybe you just want to move on and try something else.
Well, and I mean, I was thinking, once again, can't put words in his mouth, but maybe it's just taking away time from projects he really wants to do.
And he did an interview explain this, by the way.
Yeah.
So there's an interview with him.
I know.
That released on the channel. So
but,
he'll explain it better than us.
You don't always want to be doing projects on camera all the time. Maybe you just want to do stuff for yourself for once in a while.
To me, it's like the Mythbusters guy eventually, they moved on.
Yeah.
They were on forever. They were popular. But sometimes people's their lives change, and you feel tied up by what you're currently doing.
Yeah. Being able to make a career
By the way, he's ending the show at end of June.
Yeah. Or even make side money doing something that you love sometimes takes away from your ability to do that thing that you love on your own time, and suddenly you don't get the same result from it once you've turned it into a job.
Yeah, I'm looking at. There's a lot of people behind it. It's a very well produced show, so there's money that goes into this Ben Heck show. There's money that goes into it, and the views. Just looking at the views of these videos, some do very well. Some don't. And for a channel this size, you need some sort of corporate backing of some. I'm not saying Element 14 is like a big corporation, but you need some backing to get this shit done.
Yeah.
In this case, it's the hacking community. But these views can't support the amount of production going into them alone. So that's why when I say Ben Heck's not making a living off this, he ain't making a living off of this. And I can say that with confidence. Looking at the number of views, I know enough to know that that's not happening. Alone. He has other stuff going on. He has to, looking at all this stuff. They are posting videos about Raspberry Pi project hacks. They get 20,000 views. There's other people doing stuff on the channel now, so there has been a transition going on anyway. But obviously, people love Ben.
Well, yeah,
he's the personality. He's a great guy. He's pretty cool, So some with him do great. N64 portable, it's alive. 562,000 views. But other stuff does nothing because it's a smaller audience. The hacking community versus people that like the retro game stuff and want to watch him tear apart the NES Classic. That's just the way it works, So with that said, I don't know if Ben would eventually come back and do videos on another channel or do a Patreon. The whole point is this. He probably is just feeling burnt out and wants to just step away either way. Yeah. And then you don't know. So when you work on a project forever, video game years.
Yeah.
In a certain NES Skybook. When you work on for stuff for so long, it's hard to think about what's next until you really separate yourself and see, okay, now my head's clear. I can at least divorce myself from that time, Now maybe I can come back to it slowly but surely or do something else. And he's only human. So I wish Ben the best of luck, whatever. Maybe I'll have him as a guest again on the podcast. Maybe he'll call into the CU podcast and talk to us, and we can get him going on that. But here's to Ben. I'm going to raise my Nintendo glass stein.
I never got water. Cheers, Ben.
Ian, the kitchen's over there, buddy. I'm sorry.
I forgot.
All right. What's the next question here? Oh, no, we're not done yet. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Classic Game Room. Mark, my pal Mark. Also a guest on the NutsCon podcast way back. Wow, like a year ago. Mark is deciding that he wants to do a longer form show on Amazon. This is his words to me. I think I'm allowed to relay them. He's going to do a longer, like not feature length, but like an hour long, 45-minute long show that will feature, I guess, a string of reviews and consoles and put it together for the Amazon Prime audience. And these will not be, as far as I know, on YouTube. So you hate to use the word abandon, but he's shifting his focus to Amazon Prime. So Mark has always been looking at what's happening coming down the pike with the ad revenue changes of, was that 2013 when Angry Joe was whining? It was about late 2013.
Yeah.
And what happens? He really I'm not going to say right or wrong, but he's been abreast of what revenue is coming in, what streams are coming in. How can I make sure I can keep doing this?
Sure. And he's been a little bit leery of YouTube for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
So he has Patreon changes and things of that nature. So I'm not shocked he's making this decision, because when you look at the CPMs, Amazon Prime's a lot higher than YouTube. But Amazon Prime is very specific content. They want episodic content. They want highly produced content. They don't want vloggers. They don't want people doing Let's Plays. Something like the Video Game Years, videogameyears.com, redirects to it. That's perfect for Amazon Prime. So I wish Mark the best of luck in that venture. It's a grind doing that sort of content, highly produced content, 45-minute videos. I don't know how often he can put them out. If he wants to do a week, every 2 weeks, that's going to be a grind, though. That's a lot harder than the content he's put out on his YouTube channel. A lot harder. Because if people are going to be going to Amazon Prime, they have an expectation, I think, of quality, saying, production values have to be there. I'm not saying he can't get it done, but I'm saying it has to be consistent.
Yeah, it's not a judgment on quality of content, but a quality of production, I think, is expected, because people open it up like Netflix and or Hulu or anything else, and they do expect.
If they find it by accident,
yeah,
it has to be their standards of everything else on Amazon Prime sitting next to it,
right? Or
else people may not return to it, because you have people that already follow your work that some will follow over, but Amazon Prime's really for that sea of people that
are new to
it,
new to whatever Amazon's bringing to them.
Video Game Years got found by a lot of people that had no idea the show existed when it got to Amazon Prime.
Oh, there
are people that I think I heard from someone that even Rue got stopped on the street by someone saying, "Hey, I saw you on Amazon Prime."
People have said that to me before, and Vonnie's ex,
who hadn't watched the show before,
yeah, and Vonnie's ex actually was talking about how he was at work and he does like animation and stuff like that, and they were all working, and like they throw up there's like a big TV that they usually they throw documentaries up on, during the workday, like just to have like background noise, and they decided that they were going to put up some video game stuff. And he's like, so I'm working, and all of a sudden I hear this voice. I know that motherfucker. And he looks up, and it's you and I on the screen. So yeah, I mean, Amazon can be great if you can produce it or grind through it. I mean, it would almost make sense for him to make a season's worth of content and then put it out.
I think that's, if I had to give Mark advice, public advice, which he's not asking for, I think that's probably the way you have to go. Because if Video Game Years comes back, especially if we didn't raise the money to produce it the way we should, it would have to go on Amazon Prime to make any sort of money back, because it doesn't make money on YouTube. We would have to produce at least, I'd say, 5 episodes, if not all 9 of the 90s, and put on at the same time, so you get people to binge all of them at one time. So that's the only way you can make money, is that because they're not coming back a month from now and watching the next one.
No,
they want to watch it now. I want my Mad Men fixed now.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on there. So the other thing about Amazon Prime, for those of you who don't know, is that it has to be approved your series has to be approved, but also you have to have closed captioning done on every video.
Oh, that's right.
So there's an upfront cost because YouTube does do some automatically. But for video game years, John and I had to pay out the front costs. They're not huge, but they're going to add up. If you're doing a video even every week, they're going to add up, and you got to make that money back. So there's that too. Plus, it's just another pain in the ass to do that. You got to upload a closed captions file as well. So there you have it. I wish both Ben and Mark best of luck. I'm sure I'll speak with both of them again. I still want to be able to see Mark at a convention. Mark, come out to a convention in Pennsylvania that me and you'll probably be at. I mean, come on, buddy.
Do it.
You're killing me, Mark. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me, Mark. All right.